About a week ago, this game called Battlefield 4 was released. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, uh, but it looks like the previous game, Battlefield 3. And for those who are wondering, it looks really good, but the gameplay miss out on a lot of stuff. So for the past couple of days, I've been spending some time in this game, and there are some key things, minor and major things that I have found that needs to be changed, in my opinion. For starters, some of these things I think should have been changed already in Battlefield 3, but DICE haven't changed that much in the game, since they probably mostly are just trying to get the game running. But yeah. So, the first thing I would like to talk about is the white line behind the bullet when you are sniping as a recon. It kinda ruins the whole point of sniping with bullet drop, in my opinion, because as you lay on a great distance trying to shoot an enemy far away, you really need to see how far the bullet drops, but the white line kinda covers it up, and it makes it a lot more difficult to snipe, and you kinda lose the feeling when sniping because you have no idea how much the bullet drops. So that's one thing I want to change. The second thing I would like to change is the animation when you are jumping. As a former CS player, or former, I do tend to spend some couple of hours on CS, or in CS I should say, and the jumping in Counter-Strike is really precise, and you have to duck as well to jump a greater distance. And when jumping into a game like Battlefield after playing Counter-Strike, it makes it really difficult to jump over small obstacles. As you find yourself running around in Battlefield, there's a lot of small things like rocks and boxes and stuff you want to jump over, and you can't just walk over them for some reason, because an elite soldier can't lift his foot more than 20 centimeters, so you kinda have to jump over them, and when you have to jump over them, you have to make the stupid animation. You can't just make a normal jump. That's one thing I would like to change. The third point on my list right here is make it possible to spawn on squad mates in hardcore. I don't see why you should not be able to spawn on squad mates in hardcore mode. I think hardcore is supposed to be more hardcore in that way that you're able to take less damage and you die easier. There's no minimap etc, but you should still be able to play as a team with your friends. So DICE, please make it possible to spawn on squad mates, not only just the squad leader. The fourth point is decrease camera shake caused by explosions. In Battlefield, all the series, there are a lot of explosions, and in the recent games, Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, there are no change to that. There's probably more explosions than in any other Battlefield game before, and the camera shaking is really annoying. As you try to play, there are mortars and grenades and M320s, and now there's a commander with tow missiles and whatnot, and the camera shaking caused by all those explosions, it kinda annoys you to some degree after playing. The fifth point is, at least in some way, try to implement a system that kinda like warns you when you're trying to spawn on a squad mate if there's heavy fire nearby, because a lot of times you find yourself dying very quickly when you try to spawn on a squad mate. You just hit the button and you die almost instantly before you even can see the screen, which is really annoying. Number 6. The third cannon in the gunship should be improved. In Parasol Storm, for example, I've spent some minutes in the gunship as the third gunman, and for some reason, even though you hit your enemy spot on, the explosion kinda like goes off right under their feet. They don't die. I don't even get a hit marker, as you probably see in this video, and this happens time after time, but nobody dies. And number 7. Fix the lag so you don't kill each other. As you play on close quarter maps, you might be running around a corner, stumbling upon an enemy, and you both start shooting at the same time, and you hit every bullet, and the outcome is that you both die. For some reason, I'm not sure if it's lag or whatever it is, it happened in BF3 as well. And as DICE is trying to reach out to all the competitive players and to make the game competitive, this doesn't look professional at all, and I think you would need to change this. Number 8. Change so that the chat doesn't overlap the scoreboard between map change. This is not a huge change, but it's kinda annoying. As you see, there is still room for the chat to go out in the corner instead. It doesn't have to be that low down. And number 9 on the list is make it possible to spawn on squad mates on team deathmatch. Battlefield is supposed to be a team-based game, and being able to spawn on your squad mates is, well, kinda significant if you want to play with your friends, as you're talking over Mumble or TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or whatever. You really need to be able to spawn on each other to make the game fun to play, to be honest. So let's see, what do we have next? Number 10. The starter packs should have no upgrades with sights or lasers. So as you probably noticed, when you start up the game for the first time and you select assault or whatever, you get a weapon with a Cobra sight or a holographic with a laser or something. In my opinion, they shouldn't have anything attached at all, because you should start with the iron sight only and work your way upward. Number 11. Change the look of the customization screen. The colors are a bit messed up and it's a big blur in the menu. At least for me, I have a bit of a difficulty to see what I'm actually clicking. So spread the menu apart a bit and use different colors to make it more easy. Number 12. Damage taken indication when driving vehicles. I play a lot of Conquest Large on normal and hardcore, and as you drive a tank or attack boat, you don't look that much on the health bar that you got. You rely a bit on how much damage you take, as you notice when a shell hits you or you get shot by a minigun or such. But the indication of being hit in Battlefield 4 when in a vehicle, it's a bit low, to be honest, if you ask me, because I often just die because I didn't notice that I took a lot of damage at some point. So that's one thing I want to change as well. And number 13. More colors to the minimap. The minimap right now, it's good, but it could use a bit more color. I don't see a problem with that. So you more easily can see buildings and structure, and you more easily see friends and squad mates. Number 14. Make it possible to brief upcoming map in a loading screen. And you should also be able to see the previous scoreboard and other things, just like they had in Battlefield 2. I don't see why they can't implement that. I think they should have done it to Battlefield 3 already, and it's about time to do it with Battlefield 4. Number 15. Fix so you don't die when jumping out of a teammate's helicopter. That's mainly in hardcore, as you are sitting in a helicopter which is strafing, like, let's say it's strafing to the right, and you sit on the right side and you jump out and you instantly die because the helicopter runs you over. At least in Battlefield. I'm not sure if that would happen in real life, but that's the way it is in BF4, and that's something I would like to change, because it's not fun to get team killed like that. And number 16, the logo of the shortcut. I'm not sure if this is a bug either, but for me the shortcut to the Battlefield 4, it looks like a pause button or something. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that, but yeah, anyways, please change it. And of course the best thing of them all would be if DICE decides to leave EA, but we all know that it's not gonna happen. And in my opinion, I would love to get a real client so you don't have to be in the bullshit battle log. Because every time you leave a server or the server crashes or something, you always ends up doing something else than searching for a new server and joining. So please, make a real client. So that's basically it. Those are all the notes I got down, and once again, those are my opinions and those are my problems that I run into, and I think it's annoying. So you don't have to bash on me if you don't have these kind of problems at all. But thanks for watching, and if you want more of this, please give me some feedback.